Hey everybody, I'm Lizzie from Cornucopia of Reviews. I thought I would try a vlog this week. It has gone okay so far. I feel like I'm on take 185 right now, and I've had some technical difficulties. You can hear a fan running in the background, and that's because we are in the middle of a heat wave, and if I turn it off, I might actually pass out. And then also, I'm getting some pretty bad glare on my glasses, and I think that's because I decided to wait until after the sun had set and use overhead lighting for this. So, yeah, we'll deal with that next time. I will link to everything on Goodreads, so if something does pique your interest, you can head over there and check out some synopses and look at some spoiler-free reviews. But we are going to start with some of my most recent purchases. The first is Underworld by Meg Cabot. You know, people who stop here frequently know how much I love Meg Cabot. Pretty much everything she's written I have enjoyed, and I also read her blog, which is hilarious. You should check it out if you're having a down day because you will leave laughing hysterically. Alright, I'm done fangirling. This is also based on the Persephone myth, and I'm a big Greek mythology fan. I named my cat Zeus. So, that's a sign. And that means pretty much two of my favorite things in one book. Basically a recipe for awesome. And I really enjoyed the first book, Abandoned. So I have been looking forward to this one since I set that one down. The second book is Bittersweet by Sarah Ockler. This is another one where I read the first book the author released, which was 20 Boy Summer, and really enjoyed that one. The thing about that one was it did a really good job sort of describing the teen angst and drama that goes on, and she did it in a way that felt really realistic. It wasn't like, something scripted for a reality TV series. And since this one has boys baking and betrayal, I'm all about it. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait. Plus, the cover is so cute. Look, heart cookie puzzle pieces. The next is A Spookier Turn. It's As Dead as It Gets by Cate Alender, and this is the third in a series. Basically, I do really poorly with spooky things. I watched 28 Days Later, and I had nightmares for a week, bad at spooky things. So, I was surprised when I read this series, and, it was still scary, but it didn't give me awful nightmares and make me want to throw the book across the room. In fact, it sort of kept me up till 4 a.m. trying to figure out what was going to happen to the characters, and then I could, sort of sleep peacefully because I was exhausted. If you're looking for something spooky this summer, I would suggest this or the series. I think that this will probably fit your need better than a horror movie that's just basically gore. So I will link on Goodreads to this one as well as the first book in the series. So the next is called Once, and this is by Dokey. This is one that I haven't heard much about around the blogs. It's a retelling of 3 fairy tales, and that includes Mulan, so I'm pretty pumped about it. And, it's got a beautiful dress on the cover, and I'm all about fairy tale retellings. I picked this up on a whim when I saw it at the bookstore, so I'm hoping that it is good, and maybe I can pass it on to someone else. And finally, in this section of books, we have Strange Magic. This is nonfiction, actually, and it is by Marina Warner. I heard about it on the radio, actually, and what it is it's kind of collected essays about the Arabian Nights. Most people are probably familiar with that because it is a series of classic stories, most of which are extremely old. And basically this sort of breaks down the stories, talks about cultural references, stuff that, you might not necessarily understand, but after reading you'll have a greater understanding and appreciation for the stories you're reading. Plus the cover is amazing, and there are awesome pictures inside, and I just can't wait. So now I'm going to talk about an assortment of books from my TBR pile. I am splitting this down into sections, so you'll probably see some jumps in just my position on the screen. I don't know if people ever disclose that, but hey, that's what's happening. So we'll start with a couple of books here. The first one is called Clarity. It's by Kim Harrington. It is sort of a paranormal story. The main character has the ability to see hidden things when she touches them. And I feel like that's a horrible description of what this book is about, but I'm really excited to read it. I haven't read anything by her before, but I'm looking forward to it, and it's not too long. It is only about 242 pages for the hardcover edition, so I think this is going to be a nice, quick summer read. The next is Supernaturally by Kiersten White. I know I'm like the only person who hasn't read this one yet. I actually bought it right when it came out, but somehow it got shoved to the bottom of the pile. And at this point, I actually think I'm probably going to go back and read the first book in the series, which is Paranormalcy, again, just to, you know, reconnect with the characters since it's been such a huge gap between readings. Plus, also, another pretty cover in this series. Next is The Gathering, and, sorry, receipt. Okay, next is The Gathering by Kelley Armstrong. I really enjoyed the Darkest Power series, and from what I understand, this actually takes place in the same universe, so looking forward to this, and I think that it's possible the second book has come out already. Not quite positive on that one, but hopefully, because then I can just sort of continue reading and I don't have to do that year-long wait in between. The next set of books is going to start with So Silver Bright by Lisa Mantchev. This is the finale in this series. The first two were Eyes Like Stars and Perchance to Dream. And basically, you know, it's a series that I have raved about so far on my blog. Mantchev has this amazing ability to sort of take all of the energy that goes into a production and put it into this book. Her pacing feels like, you know, the last 5 minutes before your show opens, and that's something that, you know, I was really surprised about, but that last 5 minutes is like beautiful chaos. So, you know, these books, huge fans, can't rave about them enough, and the cover art is so beautiful. So, if you haven't read these, give them a shot. The second book is Wither by Lauren Destefano. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so I'm really sorry. You know, I've heard mixed things about this. Some people really love it. It doesn't work for some people, but I'm a big fan of the dystopian genre, so, you know, I'm looking forward to it, and I know there is a sequel, so if I like it, then yeah, that will probably be showing up on my blog soon. And finally in the set is the Magnolia League. I haven't heard really a lot about it. Not sure if people generally liked it or not. I haven't really read any reviews either, but it was one of the books that I picked up when Borders was closing, so I feel like I got a deal on it, and I'm pretty excited to read it. Plus the cover is pretty, and you know how I feel about covers. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person on the face of this earth who hasn't yet read The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. You know, I've had it for a long time, and it just keeps getting shoved into the pile. I heard a lot of really great things about it when it came out, and so I think my inner skeptic just sort of shut me down when I tried to read it. I know that some sequels have been released, so I really have no excuse not to read this one. And I actually am looking forward to it. I just need to get around to it and not keep shoving it back in the pile. The next one I won actually quite a while ago, and this one is The Bad Queen by Carolyn Meyer. It's a story about Marie Antoinette, who is a historical figure that I find fascinating. You know, it is a teen novel, so, you know, it's not going to be 100% historically accurate, but I'm excited about it. I think the cover is awesome, and, you know, anything that's, you know, Marie Antoinette's awesome. I just said awesome like 12 times. I'm really sorry. The next book is Vanish by Sophie Jordan. This is another sequel, and I think proves the point that my TBR pile got completely neglected. I bought this right when it came out, and yet I did not read or review it at that time, so shame on me. Dragons, teen girls, drama, I'm all about it. Plus the covers are always beautiful, and I can't wait for the third. We also have Insatiable by Meg Cabot. This is an adult novel by her. It is about vampires, and I think it's safe to say that I am at the end of my rope vampire-wise. Just sort of the overabundance of novels about them lately. There are a couple that I'm still looking forward to, and I have a feeling like I'm going to enjoy this one, so maybe it will get me back into that. I also have Balefire by Cate Tiernan. This is an anthology, so all of the books in this series are in this huge volume, and I love that. Basically, I enjoyed her sweep series. I got them all on paperback a long time ago, and I haven't given them up yet, much like my Tamara Pierce books. Pretty much those all will stay on my bookshelf until I have kids and then force them to read them. I also have Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I really liked Before I Fall. It was one of those books that made me cry, which is always embarrassing to admit, but I cry over everything, so, you know. I have a friend, Sam, who absolutely loved this book. She tried to get me to read it. I purchased it, clearly with the intention of reading it, and then I just sort of moved on to something else. So, this one's on my list. Looking forward to it. Cool cover. Okay, so we have finished the TBR pile. I didn't think it would happen, but it has. So now I'm going to talk about two books that I am reviewing that I received from publishers, and I got them on my Kindle. So I don't have any covers to show you, but I will post them on the blog. And the first one that I want to talk to everyone about is From What I Remember, and that's by Stacey, Kramer, and Valerie Thomas. And it's published by Hyperion, so, you know, via Disney. It's sort of a novel of misadventure, and I read a couple chapters. I'm really loving it so far. One of the characters, Kelley, she is hilarious. She's really sarcastic and outspoken, and I really connect with her, so I am kind of, you know, looking forward to finishing it. I will be hosting a short interview with the authors, and I will be also posting a giveaway when that pops up. And so a huge shout out and thank you to Laura from Disney. She graciously offered to have a hardcover copy sent to me to give away, and so because she is doing that, I decided that I would also give away a hardcover copy. So that will be 2 winners for that contest. So again, a huge thank you to her. So the final book that I am going to talk about is Transcendence by C.J. Omololu, and this is the second book that I've read by her. The first one was Dirty Little Secrets, and I raved about that book when it first came out. I talked about it on the blog, and I also mentioned it to a lot of people in my program. I thought it did an excellent job of showing what it's like living with someone who has a mental illness, that, you know, how it impacts other people in the family. So, you know, if you haven't read that, check it out because it's fantastic. And I'm actually done with Transcendence, so I will say that I really enjoyed that one too. It just shows what a versatile writer that she is, that she could do something that's so polar opposite from what she has already done. So that one I will also have a short author interview with that I'm planning on right now, and also a contest. Because I love Dirty Little Secrets so much, I think that I'm probably going to give away both of her books to one lucky reader. And so a big thanks to Bloomsbury for that one. You know, they have just been fantastic over the course of my blogging, and, you know, have given me the opportunity to interact with so many fantastic authors. So a huge shout out to them, and to Laura from Disney. So thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to post about these. And I think that's it. I don't really have a sign-off for you guys, but hopefully this went well, and you will let me know if you think there's anything I should improve for next time, if there is a next time. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see what you guys got this week.